For centuries, humanity has looked up at the night sky, wondering if we are truly alone in the universe. Mars, our celestial neighbor, has long been the focus of speculation, conspiracy theories, and scientific inquiry. But what if the red planet was trying to speak to us? What if, buried beneath the dust and rock, lay secrets of an ancient civilization attempting to make contact? In this story, we dive deep into a thrilling mystery that begins with a strange signal picked up by an international space agency. As scientists race to decipher its meaning, the world is left on edge, questioning whether this is the moment that changes everything. Is it a trick of nature, a mere anomaly, or is something or someone out there waiting for us to listen? The signal. It all started with a whisper, a faint, rhythmic pulse detected by the most advanced radio telescope on Earth, one so precise it could measure the movement of a single electron in space. At first, the astronomers at the Mars Communications Observatory, MCO, in Chile, believed it was nothing more than interference. But as days turned into weeks, and the signal persisted with eerie consistency, a growing sense of unease settled over the scientists. Dr. Eleanor Vance, one of the leading astrophysicists at the agency, sat before her console, staring at the repeating sequence of tones. It was unlike anything she had ever encountered. The pattern wasn't random. It had structure, rhythm, and, most chilling of all, purpose. "It's coming from beneath the surface of Mars," she whispered to herself, her heart pounding. Days turned into restless nights as Eleanor and her team meticulously documented the anomaly. Every oscillation, every unexpected fluctuation was analyzed and cross-referenced with known cosmic phenomena. But the signal remained an enigma, an unbroken sequence of calculated transmissions that refused to be dismissed as background noise. The media caught wind of the discovery, and soon the world was buzzing with speculation. Conspiracy theories flourished, claiming everything from secret government cover-ups to long-lost alien outposts. But within the scientific community, there was only one question that mattered. If this was a message, who, or what, was sending it? The deciphering news of the anomaly quickly reached the highest levels of the global scientific community. The world watched in anticipation as the brightest minds attempted to decode the message. Could this be natural geological activity, an echo of Mars's past, or something more deliberate? Dr. Raj Patel, a renowned cryptographer, was called in to analyze the sequence. "It's almost musical," he said, running simulations of the signal's structure. "If this is a message, then it's coming from something that understands rhythm and language." After weeks of analysis, a breakthrough occurred. Hidden within the pulses was a mathematical sequence, one that correlated with prime numbers, something nature alone was unlikely to generate. The team knew what this meant. Someone, or something, had created this signal, and they wanted to be heard. Attempts were made to send a response. Using Earth's most powerful radio arrays, messages in various formats, binary, mathematical equations, pictograms, were beamed toward Mars. Days passed with no change. Then, unexpectedly, the signal shifted. "It's responding," Eleanor breathed. "It knows we're listening." The response was different from anything they had expected. The pulses became more structured, almost like a form of code. Some theorized it was a form of an ancient language. Others thought it might be instructions. The race to understand it became an obsession for scientists across the globe. The mission to Mars. With no time to lose, an urgent mission was approved. The world's space agencies united in an unprecedented collaboration, sending an advanced probe, Horizon 1, to investigate the source. The probe carried state-of-the-art sensors, robotic drills, and AI capable of making autonomous decisions. As Horizon 1 descended onto the Martian surface, the world held its breath. The landing site, an unremarkable plateau, became the center of history's most ambitious exploration. Within days, the probe detected a strange subsurface anomaly, a large, unnatural formation deep beneath the crust. When the first images came through, a wave of shock rippled across the scientific community. Structures, symmetrical, ordered, unmistakably artificial. Something had been built beneath Mars's surface, and it had been waiting for eons. Further scans revealed what appeared to be tunnels and corridors stretching deep beneath the surface. Could this be a lost city, a forgotten refuge? The implications were staggering, yet the most unnerving realization remained. Whoever built it had left a message behind, waiting for someone to find it. Contact as the probe drilled deeper into the Martian crust, it transmitted real-time data back to Earth with remarkable clarity. Then, without any prior indication, the signal underwent a profound transformation. It became increasingly complex, as if it were responding to the probe's presence. For the very first time, humanity came to a staggering realization. Mars wasn't merely whispering anymore. It was actively speaking to us. Amid the data streams, messages that had previously been shrouded in mystery began to emerge with remarkable clarity. Patterns resembling ancient star maps were embedded within the frequency shifts, suggesting celestial locations that struck a chord of eerie familiarity. The implications of this revelation were nothing short of staggering. Mars had not only been inhabited, but its past civilization possessed knowledge of the greater cosmos that was beyond our wildest dreams. The probe made a stunning discovery when its camera captured markings on a chamber wall that bore an uncanny resemblance to human cave paintings found on Earth. This revelation sparked a provocative question. Could these two worlds, separated by vast distances and time, have been connected in ways we had never dared to imagine? The Awakening's the Horizon 1 probe descended into the subterranean structure. Its instruments picked up unusual energy fluctuations that sent ripples of curiosity through the scientific community. The walls of this ancient chamber were lined with strange crystalline formations, pulsating rhythmically in sync with the enigmatic signal. As the robotic arm extended to take a sample, the probe's cameras captured something truly unexpected. A vast chamber filled with intricate carvings and glyphs, unlike anything the world had ever seen before. Back on Earth, experts and linguists found themselves grappling with the task of interpreting the imagery. The glyphs bore a striking resemblance to an ancient form of communication, possibly a language that had long been lost to time. However, it was the subsequent discovery that truly shook the world. A sealed doorway, emanating a soft, inviting glow, seemingly awaiting the touch of those brave enough to unlock its secrets. The future as the mission reached its climactic point, humanity stood at the precipice of an unprecedented alliance. The whispers emanating from Mars had transformed into a genuine dialogue, and the future of both species hinged on the choices that lay ahead. The eyes of the world were glued to the unfolding events as the final decision loomed, a choice that had the potential to redefine civilization itself. A profound realization dawned upon the crew. This was not merely a groundbreaking discovery, it was a monumental responsibility. Humanity was no longer the only known intelligent species in the universe. The fundamental question had shifted. It was no longer about whether we were alone, but rather whether we were truly prepared for what lay ahead. The decision had to be made. Would humanity boldly take the next step into a greater cosmic narrative, or would it retreat back into the comforting embrace of the unknown? Most importantly, was this ancient civilization genuinely gone, or were they still observing us from the shadows, waiting, hoping, and perhaps even yearning for connection? As if in response, one last pulse resonated from the depths of Mars, a signal not of farewell, but of invitation, beckoning humanity to step forward into a new era of understanding and exploration.